Okay. What's going on, everybody? This is Healthful Beats. Hope you all are having a great day. And I'm here on the internet right now in my bedroom. And I used to do live streams back when I used Facebook, and I would just talk and beatbox when I felt like, and talk to friends, be on the internet, just show my face because I am alive and well. So just wanted to say, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome. Um, I know that quite a few new people have subscribed to the channel, so I just want to show that I am here and I do think about YouTube quite often, like uploading videos, what I want to make videos about. I don't have any public beatbox like reaction content planned. I want to kind of make music content slash wellness content, stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys stop in, please comment and say hey. Um, but yeah, I've been working on beatboxing. I have a show coming up this June, and I'm just kind of preparing. I haven't prepared the full set, like what I'm going to be doing, but it's still a couple months out. I have lots of covers and I can freestyle seemingly indefinitely till I'm just completely exhausted after several hours. So I think I could fill the void time, the allotted amount of time, um, just with a freestyle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm definitely going to have some covers and some routines that I'm created and or will have created for the show. Let me grab my water really quick. I am getting thirsty here. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. But yeah, with beatboxing, I've been beatboxing now for 10 years, and constantly, constantly working on it. I have this. I I get quite, I don't know, maybe emotionally unstable if I don't get to beatbox for a couple days, or it's definitely something that I find that I do have to do every day, or else I'm just not as happy. I love to beatbox, and it feels good. I love the breathing. Maybe it has something to do with the breathing. Lots of deep breathing when you beatbox, and I just love kind of working on the craft. I've been working on a couple new sounds. I'm new to the collapse click, which sounds like yeah, something like that. It's a pretty good sound. I like to combo it with the where it just sounds good in conjunction with the two double click sounds that I could do. Yeah. Um, what else have I been working on lately? I'm really working on that vocalized lip oscillation, pitched vocalized lip oscillation. Wait, no, I don't think I said that right. Technically, it's a pitched lip oscillation with a vocalization. And it's something that I really kind of heard mainly from Gene Shinazaki, who's kind of like the person who kind of, I'm sure the sound was out and used prior to him, but he really kind of made this sound really um, mainstream. And it seems like all the beatboxers at the moment, I didn't take notice to it. Um, it seemed like I just wanted to learn it lately, and it looks like all the other beatboxers at the moment are using the sound in their routines and in their battles and stuff like that. But to like, I watched Gene Shinazaki's tutorial on how to do the sound. There's a Swiss beatbox tutorial on YouTube, and then I never could really fully understand how to get the pitched lips until I watched Maddox's uh, um, his tutorial. That really helped me. He tells you to kind of start low with the lips and then pitch it up. So like, and that's just the lips turning into a kind of audible pitch. But yeah, been working on that, and then vocalizing it is something I haven't done there yet. But does the sound okay? Is the sound all right? I'm just using my phone at the moment to get a a quick live stream in. Like I said, I want to be recording content. When the weather gets a lot nicer, it's going to be cool because I love to take my camera and my mic. I have a Zoom microphone or handheld recorder, and I could just take it to different places and, you know, beatbox, record something, whatever the heck I want to do in the beautiful nature that there is. And but for right now, it is raining very badly outside, and it is super overcast. I know I made that sound very, very dismal, but it is not so nice out. So I'm not outside today. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Hope you all having a great day. I don't know, I keep doing this for some reason. It's just because I am just trying to express my feelings here. Yeah, let me do some beatboxing. I've been beatboxing probably like every day for the past couple weeks. There's definitely times when I'm like really beatboxing pretty hard. I saw this video yesterday. I usually don't watch beatbox content on YouTube. There was a time maybe like 6 years ago where I felt like I was copying a lot of beatboxers just almost unintentionally. I would just end up putting part of their routines in my stuff, and I just wanted more of my stuff to be original. But um, everybody takes each other's sounds and we do what we want. Nobody really invents the sound of the piano. Everybody kind of uses the sound of the piano and they make whatever music they want. And I will take any sounds I want to make my music however I see fit. But yeah, I'm pretty warmed up by now. I'll just freestyle for a minute. I like to freestyle and start up with just some simple hi-hats. This just kind of gets a simple tempo going. I want to see there's a lot more settings on the screen. I haven't done a live stream in, I don't know, a year and a half. So this whole app looks a lot different than it was before last time I did it. So love, since I started beatboxing, there was a man named BRP, and he was fantastic beatboxer, still is fantastic beatboxer. But he would do so much, as with another beatboxer at the moment, his name's Wally, and they would do so much of these in and out lip rolls in different positions, hollow positions, really tight positions, and it kind of gets all these different tones. It also used inward and outward OD in combination, and you could just play around with it. It's so fun. I loved how it sounded. It just sounded so cool. Some people might think it sounds like a frog or something, frog dubstep or something, but I don't care. I think it sounds super cool. And maybe frog dubstep does sound cool. I don't know. Um, Never heard it before. So. Let me try to do my attempt. I've been training a lot on that pitch lip oscillation. It's very difficult to like come to grips with pitching your lips and your voice at the same time and trying to get them right on the same note. Um, they want to be a little, I don't know, out of control. They're weak, I guess, and they will kind of drift off of each other. And when they drift off, it just doesn't give you the sound you want. You can hold the pitch of one or the other at a set intervallic distance, and to get a harmony between notes. But for right now, I'm just practicing unison, same note, and or um, what's called a fifth above, or an octave or 2 octaves above that same note, which is the same note, just 2 or 3 times the speed, which gives you the same note, but it's twice the speed, which gives you the same note, but it is, yeah, higher in pitch or low in pitch. Try to do that. I was just doing I was just practicing for like 5 minutes, for like 2 minutes. I used to do on the boardwalk a cover of Sail. It's a kind of electronic pop song that came out. But I was adding sound in there, and I've heard so many beatboxers kind of throw in that sound with the lyrics. Let's see if I can pull that off. Like oh man, it's such a hard sound. Yeah, you guys are watching me practice here, so this is how an angel cries. Claim it on my own. Claim it on my ape. Baby. Man, it's so hard to hit exactly the same pitch that you want. But I could hear it in my head what I want. Yeah. Whenever I used to do these live streams on Facebook, I was pretty scatterbrained because, nobody's really in here at the moment. Nobody's talking, and I'm just trying to hang out. So I have discovered I wanted to bring to light a sound that I have discovered as of a couple of days ago. I went to a screamo death metal concert, and when I was on my way there, I was thinking those people would probably appreciate some pretty grungy, gritty sounding basses. And the kind of grungiest, grittiest sounding bass I have is inward bass, which I've been able to do for like, I don't know, 8 years or so, maybe 7 years. But inward bass sounds like this. I'll usually use it as a hum with hi-hats and snares over top, like. Yeah. It's a cool sound because you can get lots of different textures. There's 3 textures that I can mainly think of. One I remember B-Art doing, one I remember Villain doing, and then the latest one is one that kind of evolved quite a few years later, which is the yeah, oh yeah. It's like a grittier, slower vibration than the other 2. The one that Villain did was oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Also, Marcus would do that. But as well, the B-Art one that I remember him doing, it's very hard for me to conceptualize and pull off anymore. I used to be able to do it. I couldn't really add it in anywhere. It was kind of a really tight squeeze when it came to doing the bass. But let's see if I could get it. I remember I used to do the beep, beep, beep first. It's going to be really awkward. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Beep, beep, yeah. Yeah. There's not much I could do with the sound. It's so tight. Yo. So 3 main textures I feel like with inward bass, and then you can add vocals underneath the bass, which gives you more versatility. Like if I go like which is inward like hum, you might get, and I pretty much exclusively use them. Yeah, that inward bass now, but with the you get different overtones and weird textures. I'll also do like falsetto. Yeah. All kinds of weird stuff. You can also do this kind of weird inward robot sound, like oh yeah, oh yeah, baby, something like that, and that gives it another texture. So instead of like oh yeah, it's more like oh yeah, if you understand what I mean. And you get that weird whoa. All kinds of cool textures. I swear, it's so fun to keep like exploring the sounds that we can create. It's really fun, and then compile it into whatever kind of thing you want to create. And just have fun with it. What else? This is what I was getting to. Is I've never heard anybody do this, and I've never done it before that metal concert. I was like, how could I make something more grimy? And it just came out. Really, it's an inward bass with a uvula roll. It's similar to, his name is Freddie Beats, would do an outward uvula roll with his throat bass. So throat bass would go from whoa 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 to whoa whoa. There's a roll to it. Whereas I found with inward bass, you could do the same thing, and I think it sounds pretty great. I don't care if people use it. If they see this, it's pretty simple to get from point A to point B. If you can do inward bass with this kind of texture, the yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if you can really use it with the other textures. You can use it with vocalizations like you could use those, but check it out. I'll transition. Oh, it's so. I think it sounds cool. I don't know how it sounds to you guys. I don't know what the sound sounds like at all. Honestly, because I can't hear what this sounds like. I'm just using my phone, my smartphone. But yes, I think it sounds cool. I need to start using it more, trying to make more beats with it. Now that I've discovered it, I can use it for the rest of my life and become a master at the sound. And just it sounds like some kind of really grimy synth. Just getting torn up, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know how grimy it sounds to you guys, but I think it sounds kind of cool. Yeah. I keep doing this weird thing with my fingers, sorry. Yeah. Also sounds cool with the vocalization. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like to play with voices. Feel like I used to do lots of voices when I was a kid, but not to make fun of anybody. It's just this voice sounds very gritty and much like a old smoker. So I had this weird drop that I came up with. It sounds like this. Might be weird. It was just something I made up, probably in the car. But it's like,
I used to smoke 5.
wait,
I used to smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day. That would be 5 packs a day. Oh, yeah.
oh man, I'm just playing around, guys. But oh, it's a cool sound.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys want to know how to do any of these sounds that I'm doing, just comment. How you doing that click sound or that weird inward voice sound. I will be glad to explain. But really, yeah. What else can I say? We got 3 likes already on the video. Feeling good about that. Pumping up my self-esteem. Feeling good. Let me just do a freestyle for a couple minutes, and then I don't know, go back to talking again. If you guys stop in, please comment, say hello, say what's up, how's it going, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah. It's hard to get in a zone when you're live streaming, and I usually don't freestyle and practice every day with a camera unless I'm like recording something like a memo. But other than that, so if this freestyle sucks, you know why. I really want to do some crazy lip oscillation stuff, so Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's been 30 minutes into this live stream, and really, so I wanted to put out some wellness content that I have in mind. So, in order to be musical and stuff like that, I figured maybe I'd play my own backing track or video sound score, but I would talk about health related topics, wellness related topics, and topics related around veganism because I'm vegan. Can you believe it? It's amazing. I've been haven't had a single animal product um, for over 6 years now, and feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good, better than most people here in America. So we definitely like to talk about that and just spread my opinion because this is my channel. I'm going to do what I want. It's about artistic expression, self expression, and hell, if it ain't about that, what's it about? So I just want to say what I want, do what I want, and post what I want. So people can hear me, and yeah, hope you guys appreciate my honesty and genuineness. All right, so first thing I wanted to talk about is yeah, I'm on my smartphone at the moment um, to do this live stream. The last time I touched my smartphone was maybe a month or so ago, just to do some random stuff. I don't remember what I was doing, honestly, but most of the time, and pretty much all the time, I rock this bad boy right here. Pretty cool. Flips and everything. Well, could have been dangerous right there. Flips, and it's a basic phone. I bought it at Walmart for $40. I was able to take my SIM card out of my smartphone, put it in this, and I was able to get phone calls, but not text messages. I had to, if you consider switching to a basic phone. I don't know if there's a basic phone movement, but I know that some people are trying to abstain and or avoid um, devices and social media and all that type of stuff, games and all this kind of random, unproductive distractions that we kind of fill our days with. And I suppose people are trying to abstain from that. Other people are just locked into it, and maybe they're not aware of how it affects your mind and how it affects your daily life. But if you do want to get text calls and all that, you just have to call your carrier and switch from. They'll do some things on the phone with you, and it doesn't change phone plans unless you want to. But they have to change some things over so you're able to receive that type of data. I guess the type of data that this type of phone receives is different than a smartphone. So you'll have to do that. However, since using this device, I have almost completely forgot about my smartphone, other than this one scenario where I'm using it to do a live stream. I could have used my laptop, but I decided not to because the sound coming from my laptop is, I believe, a lot worse. Like my mics on the laptop are way worse, and so is the video quality. So I just wanted to put out a better quality. So I pulled out my smartphone, turned it on, went on YouTube to do a live stream. Other than that, I've completely forgot. I often completely forget that my smartphone exists, which is pretty awesome because I was awakened to this thought that These devices hinder productivity and aspects of our life that are important, and just fill it with things that we don't need to fill it with. And so, yes, I switched to this and it's great. Um, it has everything I could really want. Camera for taking quick pictures of something. You want to take a record of something, picture of something, whatever. Voice memos, clocks, timers, all that type of stuff. Anybody who just entered, I'm talking about wellness related topics right now. I have a degree in exercise science, which is a, who do you got winning? Oh, I I do not know. I see your comment. Um, but I have not watched any of the Loop Station stuff. I have watched a video, which honestly I think is some of the dopest beatboxing I ever heard. It was from a beatboxer named Osis, and he was doing a solo wild card for Grand Beatbox Battle. And honestly, it was so freaking sick. I mean, he does a lot of audio production, obviously. He made video production on his video. So I'm sure he doesn't one for one sound like what he does in the video in real life. But regardless, it was so sick. Yeah, that video of Osis is insane. I think his main lyric is, I want my money in cash. And there's this bass laser whistle that he does. And it's insane. I could tell he's doing a whistle with a lip oscillation and an underlying like polyphonic voice, I believe, and he's doing all three of these at one time in order to get this texture. And boy, it sounds so sick. I watched that video like 10 times just because it made me excited about beatboxing, honestly. It's not too often that I hear a beatboxer and I'm like, damn, I'm hype about beatboxing. I want to do this some more and just keep working on myself because that's inspirational. But I watched him. I watched Ice's stuff. Him and Ice has some like next level technicality, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Other than that, no, I don't. I haven't really watched any of the Loop Station stuff. Have not. It's. I don't really watch much of any beatbox content online. It was pretty rare that I even watched anything and stumbled upon these videos at all. But yeah. Anyways, back to what I was talking about before, which was me switching to a basic phone and how I feel like that the quality of my life has increased. I feel more present. I get more stimulation from more mundane tasks. Um, Playing guitar is easier. I find more enjoyment out of it. Playing piano, making music, working out, even doing the dishes, any task seems more enjoyable because I am removing an extreme stimulant out of my life, which is the smartphones. And again, it might seem weird because I am using my smartphone right now to shoot this video, but other than that, I don't use this phone at all. I've really forgot about it. So what else can I say? My eyes were opened. There was blinders on me, and then they were opened after seeing a couple YouTube videos on dopamine fasting. If you guys have heard about dopamine fasting, leave a comment below, but it's really an amazing concept is really what it is. You don't have to follow it strictly, but it teaches a lot about how the stimulations, the things we stimulate our mind with, have an effect on how we perceive other activities. For example, if you're, I created this scenario, but I imagine there's not many people in this generation My generation and generations that come after me, they don't really read books at all. Where since I've started doing dopamine fasting and everything, I read quite a few books every month or so. And regardless, what I'm saying is, imagine yourself. This is just a scenario that I've created, but you're in a room, an isolation room, and you have a book in one corner, a bunch of books, all kinds of books. And then you have another corner of the room that has got the Roku, and you got television, you got also your smartphones over there, and you got all your social media, you got all these devices that give your mind stimulation that are really, big distractions, that you find that are just purely entertainment. And by the end of consuming this stimulation, this after partaking in the activity, you haven't really done anything. You kind of feel numb afterwards, kind of feel blah afterwards. Regardless, in one side of the room, there's a whole bunch of books, and the other side of the room, there is everything you're used to: televisions, laptops, phones, social media, video games, all that in the other side of the room, right? And you go into this room and they say, like, entertain yourself or for X amount of hours. And I think 9 out of 10 times people are going to go for the television and the phone and the social media and the video games and Netflix and all that on one side, and not partake in any of the reading, right? And there is stimulation from reading, and you do get pleasure from it, and you do find benefit, especially if it's an educational piece of text. But it also releases stress and good for your mind, all kinds of things. But we find that nobody in this situation would go for the book, where maybe there would be a benefit for it. Or in the other sense, maybe in the other corner, there's a guitar or whatever hobby like that you truly are passionate about is in the other side. But on the other side of the room, in this situation I'm bringing up, I'm talking about dopamine fasting, and how I found and live my life kind of conscious of how I stimulate my mind so I could be most productive, and most present. And I feel really good. And I just want other people to know about this stuff so we can all live our best lives. Regardless, in this situation, whatever it is, some people like carpentry but find they don't really do any carpentry because the time they spend at home is watching television or playing on their phone, or um, watching Netflix, playing video games, doing all that stuff. The whole premise is that when you take those out of the calculation or the situation, you remove these things from your life. And then in turn, these other activities become heightened. So if you're in now this room where there's nothing in the room at all but the books and the guitar and the piano, but there's no television, no smartphone, no social media, no video games, nothing like that. You're not just going to sit there. You're going to entertain yourself and stimulate your mind with those activities, and they'll just be natural. Um, so that's sort of a basis of kind of what dopamine fasting kind of teaches, is that really high stimulation activities are sort of always the most palatable to the mind. But if you're able to weed out these really powerful stimulating things like social media and dating apps and all that type of stuff, um, you'll find yourself naturally going towards activities that would have been productive, or you would have actually taken more satisfaction in completing, like practicing piano for me, like for an hour, or playing guitar for an hour, or beatboxing for a little bit, or making a piece of music is a lot more meaningful for me than, watching television for a couple hours. And what happens is when you allow yourself to indulge in those activities, those other activities don't seem palatable anymore. And that's the whole premise. And I've really been living my life like that for a while. It took me a long time to get off of the smartphone. The smartphone was like, I had known it was bad for me because of a couple videos I'd watched on the internet with people talking about their productivity and stuff like that being pretty much diminished, and their sense of purpose in life being pretty lacking. And I was like, I want to have purpose. I want to feel present. I want to feel like I'm productive, and then I'm building myself as a person and an individual. So basically, I watched some videos on dopamine fasting and some speeches by multiple people on the internet, and found them very, very, very helpful. So there was a period of time in which I still used my smartphone, but I would delete all the apps that normally I would go on, like YouTube and Instagram and all the anything, dating apps, whatever it was, games. I would delete them all. But then once in a while, I would get an urge to download these apps again on my phone. And in turn, I would download them again, go through all of them, and I'd be back in the cycle of checking all these apps on my phone. And in turn, it's like these apps are so stimulating, but when you don't get stimulation from these apps anymore, it's like you're past a threshold where other day everyday activities you can't even get pleasure from anymore. And it's a horrible feeling because you feel like there's nothing good for you to do but check your phone and look at these apps. And phone addiction, it's really, really pretty intense stuff if you guys have ever dealt with it. Or device addiction, really, television, Netflix, all that type of stuff. You have to, it's best to be conscious and aware of how you are stimulating your mind, just like people don't, I don't know, I don't want to say any kind of weird, extreme situations, but it's a really interesting thing to look into, guys. I do recommend it. You taking, yeah, interest into it. What else? It was just when I got this basic phone that did I fully forget about the smartphone, and that was just great. I mean, text calls, voice memos, notes, calculators. There's even a GPS and internet browser and YouTube on here. But if you're going to sit and watch YouTube on this thing, um, I think I think you might have some serious problems because yeah, the screen's about 1 inch, and not very good sound either. So you'd probably have a pretty big problem if you were watching stuff on there. You'd know you're addicted. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be creating videos where I talk about my thoughts on wellness and lifestyle. And I wanted to coin it maybe into a playlist called Next Level Living. I thought of that kind of phrase maybe like 5 years ago. Next level living, just a bunch of kind of things you can implement into your life to give yourself the best life, I suppose. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to head out and have some lunch. Have a good day, everybody. Just wanted to say hello, and feel free to comment, like, do whatever you want. I'm here, and I think about YouTube pretty often. I made my first video when I was 21 on purpose, so I would kind of break that threshold of now I'm on this platform, and I don't have any plan of not making videos ever again. Like I want to always be uploading stuff for you guys. I'm just not a kind of guy who uploads something on on a daily to weekly basis. I upload when I really want to say something or do something. So stay tuned, guys. I am here. Comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Like I said, peace out, everybody. Bye.